mid lane. That's exactly what we were calling for both these two teams. It's kind of like we set the stakes a little bit. That Jax, though, for Invincible will be really nice for NIP to play around. But this is a no-holds-bar draft from NIP. They need to find aggression. They need to find picks. And they need to do it as soon as they hit that level 6 mark. And on the other side, you have a lot of stability, a lot of sustainability as well. And now that the Scion for Shanji has come through.
NIP at the 1-item mark become Exodia, but they have to try and end the game at that point, because if you end up not getting yourself a significant lead at that 1-item mark, and you make a mistake into the Zeri, into the Ari Viega resets, particularly when it's being enabled by a champion that's very hard to dive in that Scion. Typically, you with the TF, you want to be diving sideline. Scion makes that a little bit hard. It has a lot of wave clear. Even if you kill him, he gets to clear out the wave afterwards. OMG, they have loads of slapback potential to NIP's really proactive, aggressive draft.
So as we get into it, we had already stated how volatile this mid lane can be, but now that we see the kind of setup for jungle, I expect that mid lane to influence the jungle skirmishes very, very heavily. But that is all eyes for me early on, is where these paths for Shadow and Aki are going to be, how the cohesion between the two jungle and mid synergies is going to look like, and that if Fodak and Zhuo can get anything in this 2v2, because we've seen what happens when a Zeri makes it past 25 minutes. There is a timer, it feels like, to some extent. And yes, Lucian, LPL, they scale together, but it's still a Zeri that you have to be careful for. And we're going to be getting into game 1 now. I specifically think that early on, it's going to be a little bit of this skirmish down towards bottom lane, maybe some bottom lane pathing here for both sides as well. And we're going to be kicking off game 1 very, very shortly here, Nightmare.
Onto the Rift we go. Looking at these champions heading onto the Rift themselves. I think you're absolutely right talking about that Lucian. It does scale a little bit better in the LPL than it does elsewhere in the world. We play around our power spikes here incredibly effectively, but it needs to be even more so in this game. You let that pressure slip for one moment. Maybe OMG slipped the net with it. Could really look for something. They're going a little earlier than that, though.
There we go. There's that point and click, though. You're looking for the lockdown, and they find it on a PP God. It's going to be Angel that picks up that kill, and NIP with the decisive play makes something happen.
But if you don't have those tools now to make a play as the Baron is up and OMG gets to threaten you around that objective, then you start questioning the value of this play. Getting the kill onto PP God, sure, very easy to take down. One of the ways you deal with enchanters is say, well, you can save other people, but can you save yourself? No, you can't in this case. Too much single target damage. Invincible takes down bot side turret, has himself a flank angle, has himself a flash as well. Okay, OMG, you gotta be prepared for this.
He's been seen. They got lightning crash in. Abel, he's so low. The wild growth right on the back line goes Invincible. As Fodak is taking down Aki, he's focusing him down at NIP. They're mechanically outplaying OMG right now. They just picked apart a fight that OMG wanted to take. You got about 4,000 health left. There's that TP coming down. Should be body blocked by Shanji and Co. Trying to catch out Aki, but they're just going to turn. Dragon resetting now. NIP will sacrifice Invincible's life. No, Invincible makes it out. Now Cream is overextended. Cream, you can't do that, brother! As he's just down. A big mobile piece is gone. And Shanji, you ain't that mobile either, bud. As that is a Zhuo kill, but 2 quick ones for NIP.
It is an Invincible really threatening the base. OMG, they are running out of time. Here goes Zion.
They're just going to go in for it. Invincible's looking to end the game right now. All NIP need to do is buy time and survive. That's a inhib tower down at the bottom lane, and OMG are starting to scramble. Yeah, Destiny popped here, and Shadow moving forward. They're going to engage. They get a nice little one onto the mid as no. Oh my god, that Everfrost was so big, and Invincible comes in on the flank now as well. You got Cream going down to Fodak, and it's just a pick apart session from NIP, and it's OMG will not be put back together this time. An amalgamation of NIP's carry and 1 kill to OMG has led to a 28-minute dominating performance from NIP, and they're now looking at the Baron.
Oh, but they can't take down Abel. They can't take down the Lawnmower. He hasn't even finished his 3 items. Dangerous moment there from NIP. Even though they win the fight, they've managed to disengage a number of times. They still come out the winners of that play, but there were some dangerous signs because Abel actually got to free fire. OMG, they're going to have themselves at least 1 more fight in this game. They're going to be a little bit further behind in gold. They're going to be against another stack of that Baron as well. But this is how they tried to go about breaking this chokehold that NIP have on the map with the winning side lanes. Cream, he has forever been such an important playmaker for NIP, but it's a difficult job in this game. Lots of mobility on the primary target that he wants to hit, Fodak, and you can see that he is just outstepping him every time he jumps forwards. Angel gets back into the backline, tries to get something onto Abel. But this is where the build of TF and TF's current state kind of comes into effect, right? Abel is not going to be under threat from the TF alone, and he does find himself a brief pocket of time to get something working. Aki gets himself a reset, but it's not the most helpful one. Gonna throw that one out there.
That just hurts. You can't even touch your character. You don't even get to do anything. But it was, again, that kind of rearing head of OMG at this point, something we've been building to, something that Abel has been building to now that he's got 3 items under his belt. And it's NIP with this Baron buff, with this Dragon Soul point, who continuously need to press forward. They have broken open the base of OMG, but they need to start looking at ending the game.
And they will have a couple of extra play patterns to work towards, right? Because you do have the double side laners of NIP. Aki, of course, not going to be able to pick up his own blue buff. Of course, buff sharing is now in the game. That's a thing. It always weirds me out trying to see that. I'm like, where's Ivan? It's not just an Ivan thing anymore. NIP, anyway, pick up that blue buff for Shadow. Again, they have themselves Angel coming back with level 16. So he has that rank 3 of that ultimate, longer range, lower cooldown. Able to join the fight when he wants to. OMG, they're going to have to try and hold on to their last inhib tower. At least they have all their inhibs right now, so they don't have any super minions to worry about.
NIP just going to try to stretch them a little bit thin here, go towards the bottom side with Invincible and try to get one of these inhibs down, get some super minions spawning. We'll see how quickly OMG can kind of assign lanes. They do have a decent amount of wave clear strength here as well through Abel and through Cream. But it's still about those assignments and how quickly NIP want to pull the trigger if they do catch somebody overextended like they have right now. Aki at about half health now just after that one trade, and here comes some inhibs going down. Invincible takes the bottom first. Shadow and Angel will take the mid lane.
Love the coordination from NIP there, though. Photic pulls the ult, chunks people down, holds them around that top side as the 2 bot side inhibs are falling. And NIP, they are really playing out this game about as cleanly as they can in the game 1.
They're looking really fine right now as well. Photic gonna be engaged on here, did have to flash. They've got Cream locked down though, and that's the single target. He goes golden, got the lightning crash from Abel. NIP looking a little bit scared. Abel goes over Ham. He's looking for some shots though, as now Aki is gone. You got Abel going forward though. He still has that 3-0 spike. He's scary, but Invincible is ending the freaking game right now. He's onto the Nexus as he's fighting away. You got Cream trying to take him out. Abel getting low. Abel gets the wild growth, but Invincible is the game!
NIP slap OMG right in the teeth in game 1.